Om Dhyanamoolam Gururmurti Pujamulam Guru Padam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Namaste Ji. I'm so proud and privileged to be speaking at the 9th ICPNA conference. Dr. Ji, Dr. Sohanji, thank you so very much for taking the patience and time to invite me and all that has happened. It's so beautiful that we are together. The Indic faiths, meaning Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. We all have that belief system in the Guru. And it's such an important part in our spiritual life, because without a guru, nothing can happen. We cannot move into spiritual life. And this morning, I just like to take you through a short meditation because it's so relevant to the topic that we are talking about. Science, spirituality, and universal peace. They all go hand in hand. It's inseparable. And when we do, you'll see this meditation, it will take us to that point. As is usual, we all do yoga asanas. And just imagine if we did a nice session of yoga. And we're sitting down, you're in the chairs. And your feet should be planted nicely on the ground, square on the ground with good symmetry. And your hands are on your knees. And we will relax our body because this is necessary. We want to create a body awareness first. So starting from the toes, we move our minds up in both legs and we relax the whole foot and the legs. And then we move into the belly area and all the organs in the belly and the back. As we move upwards, we'll be relaxing these organs in the body. We move into the chest area and relax the lungs and the heart and the hands and shoulders and neck. And the head, all the facial muscles, and also the brain. So now the body should be totally relaxed. Now the next thing I'll ask you to take your mind to your feet, and we want to bring up the energy from all the cells in the body. Keep the eyes closed and focus. So we want to empty into this river all the energy in the cells. As we move through the legs, through the belly and the back, all the organs in the belly are emptying to this river as they move upwards. Every cell moving upwards through the chest and the back and up. And then it converges with that river that came from both arms. And they converge at the base of the head. And then it flows through the head, through the sense organs in the head. And all this energy flows into the earth atmosphere. So we're existing all over earth atmosphere. How beautiful it is. Then we cross over into space. And from a good distance through our divine eye, we see the earth is rotating its axis and goes around the sun with the other 8 planets, our solar system. We're seeing that. What a beautiful sight that we could see it. And then we move further into the universe, into space. And with our divine eye, and now we are a consciousness, our consciousness has illuminated all of the universe, and we're seeing the trillions of galaxies and planets and stars. And we have become these planets and stars. And our universe is expanding at light years per second, causing a bright glow. We are that glow, and we are causing the expansion because we are consciousness. We are liberated. This is where we came from. This is where all gods and goddesses came from this consciousness. Nothing else to be done. We've traversed our journey, we've returned home. We're liberated. Enjoy this. Truth, consciousness, and bliss. We're all powerful, we're all pervading, We're omniscient, all-knowing, knowing the past, present, and the future. Enjoy it. Thank you so much. Today I want to speak about the power of the Guru. The Guru is the one that has traveled this journey that we are trying to go to, the one that we just went to. So we need to go to him because this is an unknown chartered to us. So the constant power of the Guru with the Guru Mantra will take us there. And it will take us to peace. And when we are at that place of consciousness, then we can really understand what it means to have universal peace. And as you can see, it's a combination of science and spirituality, the topic that we're dealing with today. So Guru has to come in there. And with all the traditions that we're doing, Indic traditions, and in Hinduism, it's the incarnations of Vishnu Bhagwan, and the spiritual masters, like for me, Swami Parameshananda of Bharat Seva Ashram Sheng. Today I bring you the blessings from Bharat Seva Ashram Sheng and all his millions of disciples all over the world, blessings, and also from the United Nations as being the president of the Committee of Religious NGOs, where we bring all faith people together to bring this unified message of peace. Because with peace, we have to, we all exist at 3 levels. And today we have to make a decision which level we want to exist on. The lowest of this level is competition, where it's survival of the fittest, whether it's money or power. This is the basic animalistic instincts, but human beings have that, and this is why we have this stiff competition, lack of sharing. So we want to get into that second stage, which is a little one upwards, where we are in cooperation, collaboration, whether it's the Indic faith or all faiths around the world, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and all the other faiths. We all have to collaborate and cooperate. So if we move to that level of collaboration, cooperation, then we start to get that feeling of becoming one with each other, caring for each other, compassionateness. But the one that we need to get to is that state of spiritual enlightenment. The meditation that we did when we went to consciousness, that's what it is. Because when we're there, then naturally we become one. Because consciousness is one. It doesn't talk about any god or goddesses there. Consciousness, this is where Mother Durga came from, and Lord Shiva came from, and spiritual masters, they came from there. So then if we get to that state, then everything is so beautiful. Now, another thing that I want to bring attention to is also Committee of Spiritual Values and Global Concerns of the United Nations, which I'm also vice chairing. Now there we want to bring spirituality to the United Nations environment. Although the 193 countries are there, there's a lack of spirituality. And this, when we have a lack of spirituality, we fall back to the secular life. And we fall back to the low existence of competition. We've seen in competition there's aggressiveness. And Robert Oppenheimer, when he created that nuclear bomb and he first tested it in New Mexico in 1946, he was comparing it to the disaster that it can cause, as we've seen in the Mahabharata, when Krishna was related to this to Arjuna in chapter 11, verse 32. And Oppenheimer was saying, this is the destruction of time. Because when that bomb exploded on a small scale, testing scale, he knew that this could be disaster for the world. And we've seen that in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when it was exploded, so many people died. And we're coming up again to it where North Korea is having it and America is having it, and there's a rhetoric that is going on, and we are at the brink of a nuclear war. We've seen that in the Mahabharata when this nuclear weapon was used, when it was through the mantra, it was put in the tip of the arrows by people like Arjuna and 4 others, including Karna and Bhisham Pitama. They have the power, the mantra, to really put it on the arrow, tip of the arrow, and we saw the destruction. So the science of nuclear war was there since in the Mahabharata war. Now it's being coming to use. So Hinduism and the Indic faiths know about this. So we have to be very careful, and Hindus and Buddhists and Jains and Sikhs, we are a peaceful people. If you look, we never have, the wars are going on with the Abrahamic faiths now. But Hinduism is so peaceful that you don't hear about it at the United Nations, any part of the world, as, encouraging or wanting a war. We always strive for a peaceful settlement. And this is my humble request. Let this conference, let the youths have a very strong part with it, and because they are our future, let the elders work along side by side with the youths, because they know the technology. Give them opportunity to serve in this time, rather than being like separate from us. Side by side they must be working. With this, I blessed everyone again on behalf of Swami Parameshananda ji. As you see in the background there, spiritual master, incarnation of Lord Shiva, and Guruji Mahavir and Guru Nanak and the Buddha and Krishna. Let them all bless this conference, and let us have that wisdom, that divine wisdom, that we make the right choices for this generation and generations to come. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om.